Another train journey. Another I don't know where I'm going or if I'm still sane journey. Another I wonder if the battle in the back of my head correlates like the train's lanes to the passenger I'm next to and if we're on the same journey. Another I wonder if he like me struggles each day between the battle of walking on concrete happiness or the wet sand of pain journey. Another stare into nothing. Another awkward eye contact with the bro I'm in front of, unaware of the substance we could share if we wanted, but I would never talk. The rules that I have consumed in life teach me to sit in silence, plus the fact that he's wearing a suit and tie and I'm completely sober means there will be no truth or vibes, just awkward silence. Another deep thought into society. Another comparison between my follow your dreams, drop out of college and be whatever you want it to be, despite the world telling you that heaven's truth is monetary. Maybe I can't deal with these thoughts in sobriety. Another I wish I had a drink. Another maybe I wouldn't if I had taken his route like my mum and dad and brother have. 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year. That's too much to get my head around. Now I'm craving another zoo. Another that's not what life is. Another who are you to determine life. Another that's not your life switch. Another new truth. Another music tune to distract me from this infinite Rubik's Cube while on this loony tube. Another 30 seconds wasted into deep thought, in which in my head I would play out a crash or attack and how I'd react. Would I be acceptant of death or regret on my steps? Within the last 5 seconds I believe and pray harder. See the light of Jesus like my mother, or pray to Allah like my father. Another snap out of it, Sami. Another talking to myself, battling my own thoughts. Another conversation with myself, having my own war. Another am I schizophrenic, I feel so distant. Is it the different chemicals I've sniffed and I finally kick my head in another fuck it, fuck everything. I've lived, loved and shared the best years. Another I'm only 21, stuck in my mind and stuck on a train. And how the fuck did I get here? Then I realized my life is the inner process painting. Born a blank canvas, pure beauty just waiting. You feel experience, then you start painting. The more you experience, the more you paint it. Emotion and pain can be damaging, but they're just colors to add to your palette, which is just so endless. Just change up your visions. Just the more you live life, the bigger your picture is. Another random train station I got off at 11 PM and look out to the sky. Another I wish I could Eckhart Tolle power of now and get out of my mind. See, over years and years I carefully yet unawarely made a rope out of strings. My recollection is a collection of my demonic strings of thought. The minor strings in the song of my life and the pullback string on the bow of my inner core, and I tied that rope just below my ceiling of hope. To the top of a mental cage I had created myself, and I hung from it, suffering breathless. I hung from it, utterly breathless. I hung from it, sucked from the emotions of life, just hoping I die. And in the last 5 seconds before death, in the acceptance of switching off all that I knew, lightning hit my conscious in an array of patterns, and something deeper than my existence inside me shone through complete darkness to a flash of light, an inexpressible warmth. To feel life, it took me to face death. And just for a moment, this infinite puzzle of life made sense. The rope snapped. I hit the ground and felt peace, because everything felt peace together. I saw the brightest light I'd ever seen, and I was sure I would feel peace forever. 3 months later, I changed from this atheist goon to a maybe he's true. I felt sane, I felt truth, I felt happy as Larry. And for the first time in years, I could say happy as Sami. I felt the world, new days fill my senses, all excited and peaceful. I felt the words, you've changed, from my friends dance in my heart with the energy of a festival of people. Then I realized my life is in the process painting. Born a blank canvas, pure beauty just waiting. You feel experience, then you start painting. The more you experience, the more you paint in. Emotion and pain can be damaging, but they're just colors to add to your palette, which is just so endless. Just change up your visions. Just the more you live life, the bigger your picture is. Another random chain I step onto to move forward to the next chapter in life. 11:30 PM, hoping the train guard doesn't happen to find me, a bearded man, not a child in the toilet, practicing lines with the door locked because I can't afford a ticket and I can't hack all the fines. See, after a few months of living in this perfect bliss. Not exactly perfect, but compared to depression, everything felt worth it. Shit, such a perfect thing. I've realised that darkness is temporary and to expect it in life's path. I just never expected it to happen so fast while reflecting on my past. Unfortunately, I started sinking again. Not only because I was drinking again, but because my mother and father left the country and I lived with a friend till he was given a gift from the heavens and told he had created another life. Another life. That's my brother, man. I can't explain my love for this guy. I felt elated. I felt the power of creation. Plus, for the first time, I'd be your uncle, but I had to move out, understandably. It was only temporary anyway. I had only paid for 3 months' rent, plus he had to move on with his real life. It was just up until this moment in time I didn't realise I couldn't move on with my real life. Unstable again through my own faults. I've realised I'm my only oppressive opponent. I know life throws you curveballs and there's ups and downs, but I never expected to be 21 and homeless. And now I am. And I feel depressed again, and each day feels like a struggle of pain. But then I look back at my past, and all the ups and downs, and realize this is just the universe giving me deeper colors of paint, because my life is in the process painting. Born a blank canvas, pure beauty just waiting. You feel experience, then you start painting. The more you experience, the more you paint it. Emotion and pain can be damaging, but they're just colors to add to our palette, which is just so endless. Just change up your visions. It's the more you live life, the bigger your picture is. The bigger your picture is.